Find a seated cross-legged position. Maybe rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. And as usual, we're going to start by bringing the awareness to our breath. So taking big, deep breaths in through the nose here. And out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. And just be as mindful as you can on your mat. Bringing your thoughts, your presence to the mat. Just finding that lovely deep breath. And then opening the eyes, drop the chin down towards the chest. Take your hands to your knees. And then inhale, lift the head up, open, look up towards the ceiling. We're not jarring the neck, we're just lifting the chin ever so slightly. Exhale, we're going to round, look towards our ankles. Inhale, lift up and open, like a seated cat and cow. Exhale, start to curve through the body, look to the ankles. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, curve it in. One more, inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. Take your hands out in front of you. Walk the hands out and away from you. And take a little forward fold here. Big deep breaths. Walk both of the hands over towards the left side. Take your hands as far round as you can. Draw the head to the knee. And then come back to center. Walk it all the way around to the right. Walk the hands as far round as you can. Draw the head to the knee. And come back to center. Lifting up, just take a little change of the cross of your legs. Take your hands down towards the floor and just feel the difference in your hips here. And then slowly lift up. We release our legs, find all fours, come onto our hands and knees, tuck our toes under, and we're going to lift straight up into our first downward facing dog. And just pedaling it out through the feet, stretching through the backs of the legs. Breathing in and out. In and out. Lift the tailbone nice and tall. Pull the belly in. And then come down onto your knees. Untuck your toes. Find all fours. With the palms placed below the shoulders, the knees placed underneath our hips. We just take 2 more rounds of cat and cow. Inhaling, lifting the chest, look forwards. Exhale, send it back. One more, inhale, lift the chest, look forwards, really open through the front of the body. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, push actively into the palms and find that angry cat. Come to neutral. Tuck your toes under. We're going to lift our knees a couple of inches up and off the floor and just start swaying backwards and forwards. So this not only activates through the core, but also starts to stretch a little bit through our wrists. Just 2 more. And then bring it down. Take your hand a little bit further away from you, untuck the toes and take your knees a little bit further behind you. And we're going to take a puppy pose, like a baby down dog. So sit the weight back, take the hips high, take the forehead down towards the floor. And find that puppy pose. Feeling that release in the shoulders, the opening of the chest. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then pressing into the palms, coming back up to all fours, tucking your toes under, and we're going to meet back in downward facing dog, padding through the heels. From our down dog, we lift our right leg up towards the sky, finding height here, bend the right knee and flex your right foot. Start to feel the lengthening in your left leg as you push your left heel towards the floor. If your hamstring is tight, just bend through the knee. You might feel it a little bit in the Achilles. Inhale, look forward. As we exhale, we're going to bring that right knee across the body to touch our left elbow. And then send it back. Keep that foot flexed. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, bring the right knee across the body to touch the left elbow. Send it back. And one more. That right knee comes across the body, touches the left elbow, and then goes in between our wrists. Our left leg goes down and behind us. We come up onto our fingertips, and we lift here. We open here. Try and walk your right foot up towards your left wrist. It doesn't have to go all the way up. You might find that you're about a foot off, but just as far as you can go today. And if you want to take it a step further, bring your right fingertips in front of your right knee. Take your left hand behind you and reach back for your left foot. Pull the belly in. Inhaling. And exhaling. Release that left leg down behind you. See if you can walk the right foot any further towards your left wrist. Pull the belly in. If you want to stay with your hands down on the floor, if you want to take it further, bring your arms out wide. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, lower down a little bit. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, we lower. We bring the hands down to support us. Tuck our left toes under and send that right leg all the way back. And then we bring ourselves into our downward facing dog. Padding through the heels. We're going to repeat all of that on the left side. So just staying in your down dog for a moment, breathing in and out. Getting a little bit warmer now, breathing in and out. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee, flex your left foot. Push back strong through your right heel, lengthening through the back of the leg, maybe coming into the Achilles. And lift the left leg as high as you can take it today. Inhale, we find height. Exhale, we bring that left knee across the body to find our right elbow. And we send it back. Again, inhale to find height. Exhale, bring the knee across to the right elbow. Inhale to send it back. One more. Exhale, bring it across, hold, touch, and then take the left knee in between the wrists. Walk the right leg back. Try and bring your left foot over towards your right wrist. Or just start to draw it over towards the right side of your mat. Come onto your fingertips and lift the chest. Open here. If you want to, take your left hand in front of your left knee. Send your right arm behind you. Bend your right leg and pull that leg in. Deep quad stretch. You'll want to open to the right side. Can you drop the knee down? Keep looking forwards. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Release that right leg down. Bring the fingertips back to the floor. Maybe you can take your left knee even closer towards your left wrist and your right foot towards your right hand. Pull the belly in. Option to stay here or to send your arms out. Inhale, find height. Exhale, lower. Feel that activation in the hip. Inhale, find height. Exhale, we lower. One more. Inhale, we find height. Exhale, we lower. Bring the hands down to support us. Tuck our right toes under. Send the left foot to the back. Three-legged dog, and then down dog. Pat it through the heels. Pull the belly in to find height with the tailbone, navel drawn in towards the spine. But make sure you're not coming into a back bend. So you want to keep your ribs tucked under and not flaring. You're just lifting the tailbone high, pushing the weight back towards your heels. Bend the knees if you need to, as if you're pushing the floor away from you. Inhaling and exhaling. And then sliding forwards into a plank pose. So you always have the option when we come to hover down to lower the knees if you want to. It's the first one of this session. So everybody do so. Untuck your toes, pull the belly in, keep your back nice and flat. Don't lock out through your elbows. Look forwards. And then bend your elbows so they brush past your ribs. Lower your chin on your chest so it hovers just off the floor. Then lower the hips, lower the belly. Lift the chest back up. And we find that little baby cobra. Inhaling and exhaling. Push the palms back down to the floor, tuck the toes under, and we press back into our downward facing dog. Breathing here. One more time, we slide forward like a wave, we move, slink into our plank. Option to lower those knees if you want to, or keeping nice and strong, tuck the tailbone in, push back through your heels and into the palms. We bend those elbows, hover to the floor. Inhale, we scoop up into either that baby cobra or upward facing dog. Don't lock the elbows, relax the shoulders. And then everybody exhale into child's pose, taking your knees as wide as the mat, the big toes to touch, sinking your glutes to your heels, and the forehead finds the floor. Breathing here in and out. In and out. And then nice and gently we press back into old fours, tuck our toes under and take our downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet gently forwards towards your hands until we hang in a forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, your neck be long. Maybe take hold of the back of your ankles or your calves, whatever's available to you. Bend your knees and draw your head a little bit closer towards the knees. Feel the lengthening in the hamstrings here. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. One more big breath in and out. And then take your left fingertips in front of your left foot. Make sure that your feet are hip width and parallel, not together. Left fingertips in front of your left foot. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg and lift the right arm up towards the sky. Feel that stretch, that lengthening all the way in the back of that right leg. Big breath in and out. Bring the right hand down, bend through the right knee. We're going to straighten through the left leg, right fingertips in front of right foot. We then lift that left arm all the way up to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring the left hand down. Find that forward fold. Maybe find your elbows. Have a little play, maybe a little rock from one side to the other here. And then release your hands down. And we've been leaning forwards for a little while. So please just be mindful of that blood pressure change, that head rush as we roll up slowly, lifting and lengthening. And pull the belly in. Wonderful. Standing near the top of your mat. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to lift the arms up towards the sky. We're then going to bend our right knee and bring our right leg up towards us. Inhale, find height. And as we exhale, we bring our hands down either side of our hips. Send them out and behind us and start pushing your right heel behind us. Inhale, we bend that right knee. We send the arms back up towards the sky, finding height here. Breathing here. Exhale, we send the arms behind us, push the right leg away from us, and we find a version of Warrior 3. Inhale, we bend the knee, we come back up, we lift and we lengthen. And as we exhale, we send it back, we push back through the heel, keep looking forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then take the hands down to the floor, lift the leg up as high as you can. Bend your right knee. Can you take your right knee down to touch your ankle or your calf? And then lift the right leg back up. Push through the heel, bend the knee again. Can you take the knee down to touch the ankle or calf? Send it back up. One more, bend the knee again. Can you take the knee down to touch the ankle or the calf? And then hold it there, bring it in, squeeze the knee into the chest, and see if you can come up to stand with the knee in front of you. Pull in, hold, hug the knee, lengthen it up, maybe take a few ankle rotations, and if you don't fall over like me, come down gently. Lots of cycling over the weekend. I think my legs are a little tired today. Other side. So again, we find height. We send the arms up towards the sky, lifting through those fingers, pulling the belly in. Inhale, we lift that left leg up, find height. As we exhale, we send the hands behind us, push through the heel, look in front of us, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, we find height, opening, breathing. Exhale, we send that left leg behind us, push through the heel. And then one more, inhaling, we find height. Exhale, how high can you lift that left leg? Pull the belly in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lengthen here, push through the heel, and then send your hands down towards the floor. Bend your left knee. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring that left knee down to touch your ankle or your calf as close towards the heel as you can. Inhale, lift and lengthen, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it back down to touch the calf. One more, inhale, lengthen, straighten, then bend that knee, bring it back down towards the calf, and then bring it to the inside of that right leg, squeeze it into the chest, pull the belly in, try not to touch the floor, and lift and lengthen, hug that knee in. Again, little ankle rotations, and release. Wonderful, nice, that fires up your legs here. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip width, not as wide as you can right now, but a little bit wider, maybe a little bit wider than your mat is in width. Bend through your knees and just sink down. Take the palms together or onto your hips. Lift your chest and hold. Take it as deep as you can, inhaling. And exhaling, and all we're going to do is sway from one side to the other. Holding for a moment, feel that activating the legs. Breathing in and out. And then straighten, come back up. Come onto the ball of your left foot. Lower it down, come onto the ball of your right foot. Lower it down, bend the knees. Same again, ball of your left foot. Lower it down, ball of your right foot, lower it down. Can you now come onto the ball of both of your feet and slowly again wiggle or sway from one side to the other. Hold a little bit longer, see if you can take it any deeper, and then come up to stand on those tiptoes, lower down, bring your feet in, have your feet hip width and parallel, draw the chin to the chest, and we roll all the way down towards the floor. Let the head hang heavy, the neck be long, and then maybe take a little sway from one side to the other side. And then finding your fingers at the top of your mat, step back into downward facing dog. And we're going to take our vinyasa. So that's when we slide forwards into our plank position. Pull the belly in, bend those elbows, lower your chin and the chest towards the floor, inhaling upward facing dog. And then exhale, child's pose. Sink it back, take the forehead to the mat. The arms are extended out in front of us for this version. And we're allowing the shoulders, the head, the neck to completely relax and just succumb to the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then press into your palms. Lift your hips up nice and high. Press back through the heels. And again, we walk our feet in towards our hands. Hang in that lovely forward fold. Maybe find your ankles, your heels, or if you want to, take your right hand behind you in between your legs to find your left shin. Your left hand then goes behind your legs, back in between and finds your right shin. So if I turn face on, I don't know if you can see in my hair, but my right hand's grabbing my left shin and my left hand is grabbing my right shin. I'm in a forward fold and I'm just using my hands and my shins as leverage to draw my head a little bit closer towards the floor. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, lift the tailbone a little bit higher, straightening the legs. Breathe in, bend the knees a touch if you need to. And as we breathe out, we lift that tailbone nice and high. One more, breathe it in. As we breathe out, lift the tailbone high, then release your hands and just let the arms hang heavy. Try not to lock out through the knees. In and out. And then your next inhale, we come all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders back and down. Find the breath. Just allow your blood pressure to reset. And we're going to go again. So inhale, we lift the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, just lengthen, ground into that left foot. Inhale, right leg comes up. As we exhale, we send the hands behind us. We push the right leg out and away from us. Inhale, we lift up, we find height. Pull the belly in. And as we exhale again, we send that right leg behind us, finding length in the body. One more, inhale, we find height, we find lift. Exhale, we send the hands behind us. We find as much height with that right leg as we can, flexing through the right foot, pushing through the right heel, and then we send the hands down towards the floor. We're going to come into a half moon pose here. So keeping your left fingertips in front of your left foot, you can use a block, maybe a book if you have that to hand next to you, or just have the fingertips in front of your left foot and just touching the floor. See from here if you can play with lifting your right hand up and off the mat. Keep pushing, keep lengthening, keep the strength in your right foot, and start taking the right arm up towards the sky. Keep height through the right fingertips, keep looking towards the floor. If you're feeling extra motivated on a Monday, start to look towards your right fingertips. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring that right hand down. Bring the right knee down to touch the right ankle or shin. Lift and lengthen. Two more, right knee touches the left ankle or shin. Lift and lengthen. One more, right knee touches ankle or shin. And then pull that knee in towards your chest and come to stand. Whoop. And lower it down. Nice. Shake it off. Your left leg should be firing up now. Pull the belly in. We're going to come into the other side. Lift, find height. Roll the shoulders back and down. Pull the belly in. Inhale, we send the arms up tall. We lift the left leg into the chest. Exhale, we send the leg back and behind us. Push through the heel. Inhale, we bend the knee. We lift the arms, we lift the leg. Exhale, we send the leg back and behind us. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. One more inhale, we lift, we lengthen, we find height. And as we exhale, we push our shoulder blades together, push the fingertips to the back of the mat, push the heel away from us, lift the leg as high as we can, and then take the hands down to the floor and lift that leg. Take your right fingertips down onto the floor or that mat or that block. And then start playing with lifting your left hand up and off the floor. Maybe you can lift the left leg a little bit higher. Keep pushing through the heel. Maybe you can lift your left fingertips up towards the sky, opening here. And then maybe you can start looking towards your left fingertips. Breathing, finding that height, opening in and out. Bring the left hand down. Turn your body and your chest back down to face the floor. Bend the left knee, take the left knee to touch the right calf. And we lift it back up again. Again, bend the knee to touch the calf or the ankle. Lift it back up again. One more time. Left knee touches the calf or the ankle. Lift it up. Bend the knee, squeeze it in towards the chest. And come all the way up to stand. And shake it off. Nice. Breathing here. Come back into that straddle pose. This time, turn your feet out and take your feet just as wide as you want to today. Bend your knees. Take your hands down onto your knees. Push your legs away from you and just lean forwards. Just feel that opening in the adductors. Maybe start bending your knees one by one and just moving here. Opening. So we're kind of leaning forwards a little bit, pushing the knees out. We're then going to push the hands onto the knees even more. Our right hand is going to go onto our right knee, and we're dropping the right shoulder down towards the floor, bending the left. Lift it up, take it the other side. So push into your left hand onto your left knee. Take the left shoulder down to the floor. One more, right shoulder comes down to the floor, bend the left knee, and then left shoulder comes down towards the floor. Release the hands, bring your toes, they're pointing forwards, take the fingertips towards the floor, and either find your calves, your shins, your ankles, or your big toes with your peace fingers. Your knees aren't locked, but we're drawing our head towards the floor. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider if you're able to. Breathing here. Lengthening in and out. In and out. Bring your hands back down underneath your chest. Look forward, lift and lengthen. Maybe you come onto your fingertips and kind of like a wide-legged version of down dog. Make sure your knees aren't locked. Start walking your hands out in front of you if you have space. And then sit the weight back, push into those palms. Maybe you can feel it on, again, the inside of the thighs, the adductors, or maybe coming into your calves or your Achilles. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Walk your hands back in towards you. Bend both of your knees, heel toes, your feet in towards one another until you find hip width, and then roll slowly up to stand. Roll the shoulders back and down, pull the belly in, find height, lift and lengthen. And then one more balance for you guys today. So we're going to come into our tree pose. So option in tree, if you want to take the sole of your left foot either into your calf or your inner thigh, but please avoid the knee joint. So we always go above or below the knee, never pushing into the joint. So bring that foot up wherever you can. You're pushing the heel in to keep that strength and that traction. And then either bring your hands onto your hips or to prayer, whatever suits you better. Lift through the crown of the head. Find height here. Soften, maybe smile, breathe. In and out. And we want to keep that control of the hip flexors. So see if you can open your arms and come into cactus arms. So you're bending your elbows, creating 90 degrees your elbows, and trying not to let the foot ping off. Can you, with control, bring it up? We're going to bring into a little bit of a core exercise. So inhale, lift tall. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze our knee in and crunch over so that our knee and our elbow come to touch. Lift it up. 2 more. Try and keep that balance. Hold and lift it up. 1 more. Bring it in and take it down. And then release and relax. Shake it off. Nice. Other side. Pull the belly in. Lift tall. Ground down into your feet. And we're going to lift that right leg. So either into the calf or the knee. Push your heel in towards the leg, again, that calf or the inner thigh, and keep the traction there, keep that engagement. Either bring your hands onto your hips or into prayer, lift up, lengthen, find height, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then again, we open the arms, we bend through the elbows, and we see if we can not allow, whoop, like that, try not to do that. So not allow the foot to ping off. I meant to do that on purpose. Inhaling and exhaling, we're going to tense, engage, and we're going to see if we can lift that leg up. Flex the foot, draw the toes up towards the shin. Inhale, find height. Exhale, crunch it over to bring the elbow and the knee to touch. Inhale, find height. Exhale, crunch it over, bring the elbow and the knee to touch. 1 more. Inhale, find height. Exhale, elbow and knee come to touch. And we release it down, shaking it off. Wonderful, quite strong in our hip flexors and legs today, so we're going to come into some deep stretches for them. So take your left leg forward, right leg back, as if you were going to come into a warrior 2 pose. So your left heel is going into your right instep or arch, and we're going to straighten through both of the legs. And you want them to be as wide as you feel comfortable, but not too far that you can't hold that position or you're feeling too much of a stretch in the inside of the thighs before you even move. So lift up, find height. Try not to lock through that left knee. Send your arms out nice and wide. And if someone was drawing you from your left fingertips forwards, lengthen through the waist. Then take your left hand all the way down inside the calf or the knee or the ankle, whatever's available to you. Peel that right shoulder back, lift through your right fingertips and start to look towards your right extended fingertips. Maybe you can rest your hand on your ankle. Maybe your fingertips can wrap around your big toe, finding height here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring the right arm all the way forwards. Pivot on your back right foot, straighten through both of the legs, and then just start walking your right leg back and behind you until you find that lovely lengthening through the fingers. Your fingers are tented and you're supporting yourself and creating length in the leg, I should say. Try to keep your back flat. So can you see here how I'm rounding through my thoracic, my mid-spine? Can you tuck under, keep the back flat? Maybe you want to come higher onto the fingertips, push through the right heel. You'll find that your pelvis now might be slightly angled to the right. So draw your right hip forward. So the head of your femur is coming forward on the right side and back on the left side. And you're going to feel this even more through potentially the hip flexors are going into the back of the knee. Keep breathing in and out. We want to stay a little bit longer than we might normally want to. Just allow those muscles to stretch, and you're basically just reaffirming that you're allowed or you're safe to be in this pose. Just affirming to that biofeedback that this is a safe position. Inhaling and exhaling. Bend into that left knee. And again, we're going to straighten. One more, bend into the left knee. And again, straighten. And then start walking that left foot back a bit. Find a forward fold. Let the head be heavy, the neck be long. And just start to recognize or compare the difference between the legs. Slowly roll up. We're going to do all of that on the other side. So stepping your right leg forwards, your left leg back. And you again want to make sure that you're in the beginnings of a warrior two pose. So your right heel is going into your left instep or arch. Your left heel is the furthest thing away from you. We're straightening through the right leg. Again, you don't want this to be too wide here. If necessary, just bring that right foot in maybe 6 inches or so. Send your arms out long. Lengthen your right fingertips in front of you as if someone was drawing you, pulling you from your right fingertips. We lengthen through the waist. And then take the right hand inside the ankle, shin or calf and send our left arm up towards the sky. Try not to lock this knee here. This right knee wants to be slightly bent, micro bend. Lift the left shoulder up. The left shoulder may want to come down towards the floor. Can we peel and open? And this will also then open our hip. Breathing here, lift those left fingers nice and tall, trying to stack the shoulders. Breathing in, push through the outside of that left foot and out. Push into the big right toe. One more big breath in and out. Bring that left arm all the way forwards. Pivot onto the ball of your left foot. And again, we start walking our left foot back, maybe our right foot forwards. And we start to straighten through both of the legs. Push back through the heel here. Again, we're drawing the head of the femur of your right leg backwards and the head of the femur of your left leg forwards, so that we're aligning the pelvis parallel with the top of the mat. Lift your chest, prevent that rounding through the thoracic spine. I can see in the camera that I'm doing it, so I'm going to lift, lengthen, flatten. Maybe I want to come even higher onto my tented fingertips, lifting, pushing back through the heel and opening, trying not to lock out through my right knee and keep my back as flat as I can. And that's a really deep stretch for me today. So find the breath. And on every exhalation, just try and release a little bit of that tension. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And again, you might find you start to round a little bit. See if you can tuck under, create that flat back. You may feel this in the center of that hamstring. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And then bend through the knee and push it back. One more, bend through the knee and push it back. And then draw that right leg back a little bit, step the left foot into the right, and again find that forward fold. And maybe you can feel sensations through the back of your leg, maybe they're evening up a little bit now. Just let the head be heavy, the neck be long. And if your fingertips don't quite reach the floor, that's okay. Just allow your head to really sink down and feel as heavy as it can, and your neck long respectively. If your hands do reach the floor, maybe see if you can bring your palms flat to the mat and start lowering your head down even more. Breathing in and out. And then bend through those knees. We're going to come onto the balls of our feet, sink our hips down, lift the chest, and find this little squat position. Push back through your heels, bring your hands onto the knees, and lift up. Holding here, breathing in, lifting tall through the crown of the head, and breathing out. On the next inhale, we're going to bring our hands up and off our thighs. We're going to come to stand, staying on the balls of our feet, lifting nice and tall. And as we exhale, we're going to bend back through the knees, stay on the balls of our feet and lower back down. Great stuff. Bring your hands down to the floor as daintily as you can. Lower yourself to the mat, send your legs out in front of you. And just bend the knees slightly and find that forward fold. So it doesn't matter if the back does round here. We're just completely coming to the pose, hopefully feeling a little bit more flexible through the backs of our legs. Keep them bent in the knees. I'm demonstrating if you want to. But I'm hoping you can get your head a little bit closer towards your thighs than you could at the start of this practice. And slowly and gently come up. You're going to come into a little bit of core work, so find yourself in the center of your mat. Bend through your knees, create two A-frames through the backs of your legs, and send your arms out in front of you. Pull the belly in, lift the chest, look forwards, and find that lovely straight back. Inhale, lengthen. And as we exhale, we're going to take it down until we can feel the bites of the abs, until you can feel them kick in. And just find the point relative to you where you can feel your tummy muscles, your abdominal muscles, the rectus abdominal muscles working here. Inhaling and exhaling. Hold for a little bit longer, maybe coming up onto your toes, maybe hovering your feet up and off the floor. One more breath. Can you bring your shins parallel with the floor? Maybe straighten your legs up a little bit more and take it even deeper. Breathing in and out. Bend the knees, hug the knees in towards you. Take the feet to the floor. Let your head find those knees. And then lift up. One more ab exercise for you. We're going to send both of our legs out in front of us. Pull the belly in. And again, just take it as low as you want to. So you could be here, lengthening the legs out in front of you. You could just have your knees bent, and you can be just slowly taking them straight to this far and bring them back. Or if you want a bit of a challenge today, bring yourself down into that low boat and send your legs out in front of you. We're going to, wherever you are, squeeze our knees in for 5. So we're going to squeeze the knees in, come up as tall as we can, lengthen the legs out and away as we exhale. Inhale, we pull up, we squeeze. Exhale, we lengthen. 3 more. In and out. 2 more. Squeeze it in and out. 1 more. Squeeze it in and out. And an extra challenge, can you hold here for 10, 9, think dish, 8, 7, 6, smile, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, hold, breathe, let the head go down to the knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Hard work over, nicely done. And lift up. Roll all the way down onto the floor. And just take a little rock, a self massage of the spine from one side to the other. We're going to straighten our left leg. Pull the right leg in towards us. Lift that left leg up nice and high and push through the heel. Inhaling and exhaling. We're going to take our right ankle in front of that left thigh. Thread our right hand through and between our legs. Hold on to the back of that left thigh and draw it in. If you want to take it even deeper, bend your left knee and take your hands in front of your shin. Still keep your head, neck, and shoulders down and grounded on the floor. Your shoulders will lift up naturally, but by that I'm meaning to just take the weight out of them. So you're not lifting and holding up here. The head is relaxed, and we're just allowing a stretch in the glutes, especially on the right side. Gently release. Hug the knees in towards you. Maybe take a little rock again from one side to the other side. And this time we send our right leg up. Pull the left leg in, push through our right heel. Take the left ankle in front of your right thigh. Hold on to the back of your right leg. Pull it in towards us. The tailbone is flat to the floor. The head is relaxed. Breathing in and out. If you want to take it further, remember you can always bend through that right knee. Hold on to the front of the left shin and pull it in towards you. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh, big breaths. Nice. Releasing gently. Take your feet flat to the floor. The feet are as wide as your mat. Knock the knees together. We're just going to windscreen wiper the legs over to the right, back to center, over to the left. Just a little windscreen wiper here. And then release. Hug those knees back in towards you. And just start taking them in big circles. Really gentle, small movement. And then take the feet flat to the floor. Maybe shuffle a little bit further down your mat as I'm doing so elegantly. And take your arms up and above your head. We're going to come into a little back bend, but keeping it dynamic with the breath. If you want to be a bit more supported this evening, you can take your hands either side of your hips. This is an option. Maybe keep your arms up and above the head if you want to, and join me. Pull the belly in. As we inhale, we're going to squeeze our glutes. We're going to lift the tailbone up and off the floor and take our hips up towards the sky. And as we exhale, slowly with control, so become aware of each vertebra as you place it back down on the mat and start lengthening that breath. So again, starting with the tailbone, inhale, we squeeze up, we peel each one of our vertebrae up and off the floor, we squeeze the glutes really strong and lifting them up towards the sky. Exhale, we slowly place them back down on the floor, one by one. One more time again, become aware of your body, be conscious as it moves, as we lift and peel open, squeeze the glutes and push up. And again, we send it down, taking it down to the floor one by one, consciously aware of the movement that we're producing. And take your feet nice and wide, knock your knees together, and just allow your lower back to release here. Interlace through the fingers. The elbows be out wide, the arms are up and above the head. Inhaling and exhaling. And changing it out, taking the soles of your feet together, opening through the hips. Maybe bring your hands down onto your hips. Just relax. Breathing in. And breathing out. And find your breath here. Straightening your legs at any point that you want to. I'm going to stay with the soles of the feet together and my knees open this evening for our relaxation. But if you want to come down into a full corpse pose, Please do extend the legs out in front of you. Take a big breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, in through the nose and out through the nose. One more, breathe it in and let it out. Bring the knees together. Gently hug your knees in towards you. And just take a little rock here from one side to the other. Rolling onto your right, giving yourselves a little hug here, and then gently coming up into your seated, cross-legged position on your mat, maybe keeping your eyes closed if you want to. Take your hands back onto your knees or just in your lap, and finishing where we started with a big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. One more big breath in and out, rubbing your palms together, creating friction and heat. Place your warm palms in front of your eyes. Thank yourself for turning up on your mat, for showing up, do a little bit of yoga, open your eyes in the warmth, and happy Monday. Well done. So I hope you've had a good session. Thank you for those that have joined us on Zoom and online on Instagram as well. Really nice to see all of you as always, and to continue our little community online, I suppose, as I can't see you in person for a little while. So yeah, have a fabulous Easter Monday, and I will see you on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us, guys. Nice to see you both. Bye.